Who woke us up? God. Grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God's will, not ours, be done. Amen. What's your name?
My name is Gabriel.
Hey, brother.
Gabriel. April 10th, 2021. Too busy. We must use what we learn, or what we will lose it. No matter how long we have been clean. After putting some clean time together, some of us have a tendency to forget what our most important priority is. Once a week or less we say, I've got to get to a meeting tonight. We've been caught up in other things, important for sure, but no more so than our continued participation in Narcotics Anonymous. It happens gradually. We get jobs, we reunite with our families, we're raising children, the dog is sick, or we're going to school at night. The house needs to be clean, the lawn needs to be mowed. We have to work late, we're tired, there's a good show at the theater tonight, and all of a sudden we notice that we haven't called our sponsor, been to a meeting, spoken to a newcomer, or even talked to God in quite a while. What do we do at this point? Well, we either renew our commitment to our recovery, or we continue being too busy to recover until something happens and our lives become unmanageable. Quite a choice. Our best bet is to put more of our energy into maintaining the foundation of recovery on which our lives are built. The foundation makes everything else possible, and it will surely crumble if we get too busy with everything else. Just for today, I can't afford to be too busy to recover. I will do something today that sustains my recovery.
Thanks for reading.
Thanks for reading.
How much time got clean, soldier?
88 days.
88 days. Let's get to him. All right, Rob, we don't have that much time. 11:15, we got to be like Michael. Come on, so we got to talk quickly, expeditiously, spiritually, and truthfully. You ready?
Let's get into it, yeah.
What's up? Who are we?
All right. We're Minds of Men, right?
Yeah.
We started when 2006. Philadelphia had 407 murders, even though now that number has eclipsed what we do in Philadelphia today, you know. But we started with that initiative so we could help people, not just in facilities, but take their recovery home, right? Because that's the most important thing. We can say a whole bunch of stuff here, but what we're going to say when we get back on the block, right? So we got to learn to be, what they call those, responsible citizens in Philadelphia, you know. So as we get our recovery together, we get our mind together, right? Our life start coming together. So when we start looking at these things right here, once again, your favorite subject should be yourself, right? Because if you've been running your life, who here been running their life their whole life? How's it going for you? All right, that was self-explanatory. So what we're trying to get, we're just trying to get new directions, if you follow what I'm saying. So if you're tired of what you used to do, why not? My man told me this night, I see this right too. He said, if you want something you never had, you got to do something you never did.
Ooh.
And you got to stick to it. You got to stick to the process. Just not like just what the day was talking about. Just because you get your little house, your little car, your little girlfriend, now we don't have time for recovery. And this is what happens. And we will run into the relapse mode.
Yes.
You see? So now we need to talk about those things that prevent us from letting recovery come into our life.
Very good. Thank God for last night's rest, this morning rise. Thank God for his grace and his mercy. Grace is always giving me what I don't deserve. And mercy is not giving me what I do deserve. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. How everybody doing? This morning, we're going to talk about what weakens our recovery. What can weaken our recovery? Number one, fear. Fear of being vulnerable. Fear of being vulnerable. Point number one under fear, number one. Point number one under number one. Anticipating the loss of love and respect. Anybody anticipate the loss of love and respect? Anybody? Anybody anticipating the loss of love and respect?
And what context they mean that?
Meaning, like, if I'm going to be vulnerable, meaning that I try to hide and protect what my character defects and my shortcomings. So I gotta look like Superman 24/7. When actually I'm Clark Kent 24/7, all right? So I don't wanna be vulnerable, so I'm gonna lie to everybody, save face, blend in, act like a gangster, I ain't a gangster, act like a pimp, I ain't a pimp, and act like I know everything and really don't know too much. So I gotta act the part. And I'm afraid of being what? Vulnerable.
Little boys ain't supposed to cry. And a lot of times that roll with us, right? I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it comes from, right? But guess what? We all think that being vulnerable is being girl, soft, and all that stuff. You know? So is it a problem to cry?
No.
Who hasn't cried in quite some time?
Antoine?
Why you say it? Well, go
Come
ahead.
on. Come on, anybody talk
Go
about?
ahead. Why you say that?
Just like you said, it was ingrained in me while I was young, so I just became tougher and just like numb to some of the things I'm supposed to be opening up, and like with my emotions, like I just bury them and bottle them up, and I isolate myself, which is a bad thing.
Good.
Antoine Fisher came on last night. Come on, come on.
That's the only time really when my emotions come up. Because when I'm getting high, I suppress my emotions. And when I'm clean, this may come up. I got fears of rejection, abandonment. I'm dealing with some issues that I need to get down deep through inside. So now I'm to the point now where I'm able to talk about it, But once before, I ain't do no shame. Gabe was talking about me the other day when I first came in here. I was balled up and ain't say nothing. Now he's saying, "Crow, I see changing, you talking more, I'm trying to help people out more." Now I just realize now, man, I just gotta expose all my fears now. That's where I'm at.
How much time you got clean now?
40 days.
40 days. All right. Come on, you had your hand up over here. Where the hand up? Come on. What's your name?
John.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I just was numb, man. I was feeling bad about myself so long. I just got numb.
Okay. You feeling now?
Yeah.
What do you mean feeling bad about yourself?
Feeling bad for being stuck in addiction, man. Feeling bad for letting my family down. My kids, you know what I mean? My family. I feel bad about it, man. I feel like I should be doing some things I should be doing, I don't think I should be in rehab. I should be home with my family.
So are you comparing yourself to other people?
Well, what?
Are you comparing yourself to other people?
No, I'm not comparing myself to nobody. I'm no better than nobody.
Right to his older self.
Can you forgive you?
Yeah, I can.
Very good. Very important. All right. Step one to getting free. How much time you have clean, brother?
Who, me?
My man right here.
20 days.
All right, give it to him. 20 days.
Oh, listen, the reason why I mention it is because sometimes that's what we do. Because we get stuck in addiction, we start looking around at everybody else where we should be, we go vacations and all that. So imagine DMX. DMX was a person with what you say, collaborate with Jay-Z, a whole bunch of people that's right now, Kanye West, they're doing super well, billionaires. So he's over there smoking crack and all that. Guess what he's feeling? He's comparing himself to them. But that's not his journey, because if you ever listen to him, you will realize that maybe he might have wanted to go in the realm of being a preacher, because he could pray. One thing he could do, he could rap, but he sure could pray. You know what I mean? And when you can pray, guess what you do? You can help people get themselves together. So the enemy got to get him out the way. He get those prayer words out the way, and lead you to the devices.
Okay. For those who just came in, we're talking about fear. What weakens our recovery? Fear of being vulnerable. Point one under fear is anticipating the loss of love and respect. That's what we're just speaking on. Point number two, anticipating the loss of independence and individuality. Anybody? Independence. Who in here, independence is what? Dangerous. I'm cool with y'all in the family, but when I get by myself, I start plotting. I start having stinking thinking. Yeah. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Me and my money are enemies early in recovery. But my mouth is shut, don't want to be vulnerable, so I want to expose what's really going on. And I'm setting myself up for what? Failure. Point number three, anticipating the loss of control and self-determination. Men who are not disciplined, what can happen? Men who are not disciplined, what can happen to that man? Right. Yes, right. Okay. You had your hand up?
Yeah, I was going to say, fall back in his old behaviors.
Very good. You working on your discipline?
I do every day. I'm
All
not
right.
perfect, I'm far from it.
Okay. How much time you have clean?
I'm not getting high.
Oh, amen.
I got about a little over 3 weeks.
All right. God bless you.